What is up, guys? It's ragen54 here, and I just got back from seeing the Conjuring. Like my Florida Gator chat. I am not representing Florida, so don't ever say I am. I like Tim Tebow, so get off my case here. I like Tim Tebow. I feel like he's actually a pretty good quarterback, but I don't think he should be playing quarterback. In my honest opinion, if you ask me, I think it should be either a linebacker or a fullback for the New England Patriots. But in other news, like I was saying though, I went to go see The Conjuring today at 10 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys are on the East and West Coast, it'd be like 11 o'clock or 11 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, either 11 or 9. So sorry guys. But I went to go see The Conjuring. Like I said, it was actually a pretty decent movie. If I had to give it, if I was a critic, and which I kind of am, because I went to go see the movie. I wasn't a director or anything like that. But if I had to give it an honest review, to me, the movie itself, with the acting, would get about a 3.5 out of 10. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked it a little bit. It's more of those movies. If you're like me, you want to laugh at horror movies and how stupid they are sometimes. But I mean, I don't know how to put this. I mean, it was a decent movie, but like my ticket says, $9. Not worth $9. I mean, if you want to go laugh at something totally stupid, go ahead and go see it, or go see Grown Ups 2, which I kind of want to see, but I don't know if I will, or go see R.I.P.D. I mean, I heard that was a pretty decent movie. Or Despicable Me 2. I kind of want to see Despicable Me 2, but I haven't seen the first one yet, so I really can't say anything about that movie. But The Conjuring was actually a pretty decent movie. It had a lot of jump scare moments. Like, if you haven't seen the movie, I'm kind of going to give you a little insight to it. It's basically this family that moves into a old abandoned house that has a bunch of former items in the house. Like a wardrobe, like in the Chronicles of Narnia, like one of those big, gigantic, grand wardrobes there. And when they got in there, a couple nights later, they see their daughter literally sleepwalking and bang her head into that wardrobe. Which, it's like, she just wants to go to Narnia here. And everybody behind us started laughing at it. Everybody in front of us started laughing at it. And, it's just one of those random moments that you see in movies. And then, a couple nights later, the other daughter, or one of the other daughters, gets her leg pulled. And then she finally gets yanked enough where she finally wakes up, gets scared, and is like, what the heck is that? She starts staring at the door and all. You know how horror movies go with ghosts and stuff like that. Something has to happen, like the door slams, like it did. But the most jump scary moment to me that has to leave some people on their seat, unless it was me and you think it was Spider-Man, was when the demon was actually on top of the wardrobe and jumps down on one of the daughters. So, I mean, it doesn't kind of like that. That's how high that wardrobe was, and the thing jumped down. Spider-Man, man, But I never really liked it, and I can't really say much because some people will say, "Oh, that was a good movie." Like, Ragen, you're full of crap. So people like that, I have to say you are a great person to give this movie that kind of criticism. But to me, I think, in my honest opinion, as an American, I believe that the movie kind of sucked, seeing as it's supposed to be based on a true story. But I don't know anything about the story, so I really can't say anything about that. All I know is I do not want to mess with demons. So, yeah. Demons are a pretty bad thing. Let's talk about the Florida Gators hat now, seeing as that movie sucked. I don't think you guys want to hear about it anymore. Like I said early, first part of the video, I don't really like Florida. I like Tim Tebow. That's why I bought this. That's why my sister bought this hat for me, because she knows I like Tim Tebow. And I don't feel Tim Tebow would be the best quarterback ever, but I believe that if Coach Belichick can work with him, he'd be a pretty darn good quarterback. Or He can move in the linebacker, talk him into running to fullback or running back position. I mean, Tim Tebow is a great athlete. He's like Cam Newton right now in Carolina, a great, great athlete. But unlike Cam Newton, he doesn't have the arm that Cam Newton has. And I feel like Tim Tebow really needs to move to a different position. Sorry, Tim Tebow, you're my bro, but I don't feel like your quarterback status is anything like most quarterbacks are. But I could trust you running something like a halfback pass or running the Wildcat in New England. I mean, you could bring something new to this offense that they haven't seen in a while. Because Tom Brady isn't really that mobile, and Ryan Mallett, from Arkansas, is kind of tall, lanky, and slow, like Tom Brady used to be. Tom Brady's actually pretty fast now, unlike he used to be. Let's talk about NCAA here. NCAA, like the Florida Gators, Florida. Most under and overrated teams in the game. I feel like Alabama is the most overrated team in the game because if you look at them, you can beat them with anybody in that game. Depending on the user. I personally beat Alabama 41-20 with Old Dominion out of the Independence division. Okay, so my most underrated team in that game is Florida State. I feel like with the program they have up there or down there in Florida with their coach. I forgot who their coach was, but if you guys know, comment below. I don't remember the coach's name. I feel like that team they've got is actually a pretty good squad. Like out in South Carolina, you got Clemson, number 9 in the polls right now in the preseason, according to NCAA 14. I think Clemson's actually a pretty good team this year. I think they're going to give a lot of teams a run for their money who they play this year to start the season. I've used Clemson, I've used Alabama, and I've used Florida State and Old Dominion in this game so far, along with my boys at ASU, which I plan on going to next fall because I'm not really wanting to go to college right now, right off the bat this fall, because I'm getting prepared for college football. I'm trying to play. I want to do something like nobody in my family has done, and that's play college football for a D1 school, which would be pretty amazing feat for my family because my dad was going to go to college, but he wanted to stay here with my mom, who ended up cheating on him and divorcing him and married this guy she lives with now. But, it's just something that happens. It's just something that God planned. But, like I was saying, though, Florida State's my most underrated team in this game. If I had to give if I was somebody that gave an award to the most team that has probably going to be the underdog of the year, I'm making a bold prediction here and saying Old Dominion all the way is the underdog of the Division One. I mean, the team is literally stepping up from the Sky Conference or something like that down in Division Two. So, I mean, that's a pretty big leap for them. Like UTSA, UMass, and Texas State last year. I mean, that was a pretty damn feat for them. And now Texas State, Georgia State. Yeah, don't mind me. Texas State, Georgia State, and South Alabama. It's teams like that to move it up in the Sun Belt with my boys right here. If I can hold it right. This guy's right there. I mean, that just takes great momentum to just carry on like that, and I think Old Dominion coming out of the Independence Conference can actually be a pretty darn good program if they can build it up like they have been, and they can actually win in the D1 if they could actually play like Alabama style football, but I doubt it's possible. But I'm not Kirk Herbstreit here, and I don't know all the statistics or anything like that. But I can tell you right now, I think Old Dominion, looking at the program they have and looking at the team they have on NCAA 14 and how they rated them, I mean, you can look at this team right now. You can see they want to fight. It's ferocity that they have coming from the Division Two, and they're actually one of the best teams from Division Two. So why not give them the most dedicated team coming from the Division Two, the most moderate award, and that would be to give them the Underdog of the Year award. I mean, if they can fight like they were down in Division Two, I mean, they can be one of those teams that can go 9-3 in their first year. I mean, that's pretty good, you know. So I'm giving it to them. I'm saying they're my underdog team of the year. Florida State, my bad, is the most underrated team, and Alabama is the most overrated team in NCAA 14. But real life, who are you gonna count out? I mean, it's anybody's game in college football. Unlike in the pros, when a bunch of old guys running around for money, who's gonna win? Either the Patriots, Steelers, Giants, Jets. Screwed up again when I said the Jets instead of the Cowboys. Colts, Patriots, Ravens, 49ers, or the Steelers. Those 5 teams usually win. So, college football, it's anybody's game. All right, it's anybody's. If you see a team that you think is gonna win, comment below. I'm thinking Arkansas can win it this year if they fight with Coach Billman that they have this year. They have a lot of players returning, and I'm pretty sure Brandon Flowers, left in, wants another shot at Alabama. And sadly, they got to go to Tuscaloosa this year, so it'll probably be a blowout again. But according to NCAA 14 in there, Arkansas's been giving Alabama, like I simmed 5 games, and Arkansas's won 2 out of the 5. So, I mean, that's pretty good odds this year. I simmed a couple games in there that I think are going to be pretty good. I simmed the Florida State game, and that game came out to be 35-32 Florida. And so I'm pretty sure Florida can win that one. I simmed the Clemson South Carolina game, and Clemson won that by a score of 21-12. And I simmed the first game for ASU, which is against. Oh wait, no, wasn't against Auburn. I simmed the Auburn game, and Arkansas State won that game. As a matter of fact, 21-10. So I mean, pretty good odds this year according to this game. I mean, this game's up to date. But like I said in my last video, it's going to be the last year NCAA is sponsoring college football games. So if you guys want to comment below and tell me what you guys think about this game so far and what you guys think the most overrated, underrated, and your underdog teams of the year is going to be. And tell me what real life team you think is going to win the national championship. And what team do you think is going to be a bust this year. So if you guys want to, go ahead and comment below on all that stuff. Hit the like button up at the top and subscribe to my channel if you're new. I personally guarantee you do, because I do a lot of random stuff with a lot of random games. Just go ahead and check out my other videos. I'm trying to work on getting my Habit device back from my dad's house, and I'm going to start making more random YouTube videos along with a couple of my friends on Black Ops 2, like GeForce Gamer and Dancing Dead. So I mean, it's gonna be pretty fun. If you guys want to, just go ahead and do all that stuff. This is Ragen Wolf signing off. Peace, guys.